You are in the Temple of the Rants, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Daniel Williamson, who says, rant about procedurally generated and massive open worlds in modern games. Personally, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of the massive open worlds or the procedurally generated worlds, because I like my content more curated. I like it more densely layered. I like it when everything I look at is interesting, is crafted, is a unique experience. Like, to me, the best open worlds are the Souls games. And they're open insofar as you can go back through them. They usually have multiple branching paths, but they're not just like a big playground. It's a world that has been crafted to believably flow into each other and make sense. Every single step of the way is memorable. And because of the fact that the enemy encounters are difficult and cause you to slow down and really have to take your time making your way through that world, and there are so many hidden items and unique lore components to different areas, you will have a total mental map of those games by the time you're done playing them. You will know every location, why it's significant, what's interesting about it, what kind of encounters happen there. The encounters will always be unique. They'll present different challenges. So, like, if we're thinking of an open world in that sense, I love it, but I don't consider that a massive open world, you know? As soon as you have me just driving or riding over a stretch of land that there's nothing there, I just feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, why am I crossing all this nothing, you know? There are some games that I think get away with it more acceptably. Like, I enjoyed the Wind Waker because there were not only like a lot of little secrets among the open sea, but it wasn't really that big of a map, and every square of it had something in it. So it was more like you were heading from place to place on this grid, plotting a course through it, and getting 100%, like doing everything was not that hard. It's not a super long game to get all the things. When you've got a game where you're gonna play like 60 to 100 hours just to see everything it has to offer, I just get bored. I don't care enough to write. Like, I tried to play Red Dead Redemption, and I pretty much gave up the second I had to go from one town to another, and it was just me pressing A occasionally to speed up my horse as I crossed this massive fucking wasteland, and I was like, why? Why do I need to travel this? I don't care. There's nothing here. There is nothing of interest. There is no crafted experience to be had. There is no density of detail, and I'm not curious enough to go out of my way to just search randomly to find that kind of stuff. Like, in some of those games, it's like, if you veer off course over here, maybe you'll find something, but maybe you won't, and you'll just be going off in the middle of fucking nowhere, or somewhere you don't want to be. And, like, how do I know what challenges are appropriate to tackle at what times? I'd rather just play a game that's guiding me through, using the design sense of the developers to control the experience on some level so that I am having the most possible fun I could be having. I just don't like to waste my time running around trying to find my own fun. I just want to be having fun all the time. And I don't get anything out of just the travel. I don't get anything out of the distance, like, partly because I'm not really somebody who loses myself in games. I'm not like someone who plays immersively. I'm not trying to waste a lot of time with video games. Like, I try to beat a game in a couple of days and be done with it because I have a lot going on in my life, Like, I don't have all the time in the world to sit down with one game and play it continuously. Like, if all I did was play video games, I could see that being the case. Like, if playing video games was my main hobby, if I wasn't watching anime, if I wasn't listening to music, if I wasn't, eating food, like, I would maybe play more video games. But, like, because I have all those different interests, like, the idea of having to spend 80 hours to milk 40 hours worth of actual fun out of a game over the course of a week or two doesn't appeal to me. But, that's just me.